occasions, a narcissist might move on to somebody who looks exactly like you, who looks exactly like an old supply. The new supply is a mirror image of the old supply, the same hair, the same clothes, the same hobbies. On other occasions, a narcissist moves on to somebody who's completely different to the old supply. So if you had light hair, the new supply has dark hair. If you had dark hair, the new supply has light hair. The skin tone is different. Their hobbies are different. Sometimes a narcissist moves on to someone who is the exact opposite of you. And one of the most confusing things about this is they can talk extremely negatively of these people, and then suddenly they end up with somebody that they've been talking so negatively about. So if you were dating a narcissist and you're somebody who wears a suit and a tie, and they suddenly move on to somebody who wears joggers and tracksuits, or vice versa, you're someone who likes the comfy clothes and they move on to somebody with a suit and a tie, or sporty clothes, and then all of a sudden they move on to a new supply who's wearing all the nice flattering dresses, more feminine in their looks. So whatever it is that you're like, they move on to somebody who's completely opposite, who they've also put that person down. Who do they think they are, looking like that? They've also continuously put that person down and spoke badly about that person, or that type of person in general. They've been very negative and critical and judgmental. And this is usually basically because the narcissist was envious of that person, envious of those types of people, because we do all kind of make friends with similar sort of personality types. We have a certain hobby and we go to that hobby, and then that's where you meet people. And a narcissist is usually envious of these, which is why they've been critical and judgmental. However, as soon as they found an opportunity to worm their way in, they date one. And that's their new supply, who's completely the opposite of you. Now, this can be a deliberate and a strategic act in order to seek and get what they want. So if they're looking for somebody who's more intellectual than you were because it gives them a status boost, they will. If they're looking for somebody who's less intellectual than you were because they found your status too hard to compete with, they will. If you were quite assertive and they're no longer interested in that challenge, they're going to look for somebody who's agreeable. If you were quite agreeable and they found it too easy, they're going to then look for somebody who is assertive. So there's no hard and fast rules, and it's not that one person is better or worse than another person. It's that we're different. We have our different lifestyles, we have our different hobbies, we have our different choices, we have the difference in the things that we do and don't enjoy. And there's nothing wrong with it. With good intentions, there's no right way or wrong way to live your life. There is only your way. When it comes to narcissistic people, it's nothing to do with who you are as a person, and it's nothing to do with who the new supply is as a person, and it's everything to do with who the narcissist is as a person and what supply they are looking for at that moment in time. They are looking to boost their ego, so they're going to move on to a source of supply that's going to give them the ego boost that they're wanting at that present moment in time. So if you've been quite assertive and they want to dominate, they might go to somebody who's agreeable so that they can get that ego boost. If you're just happy with your life, doing your job, no major career aims, just happy doing what you do, and the narcissist suddenly wants a status boost, they might go for somebody who's more career orientated. Or if they've been with somebody who's more career orientated and they weren't getting the attention, they enjoyed the monetary side of things, but they weren't getting the attention that they believed they wanted because the other person had to go out to work to buy the items that the narcissist had become accustomed to. So they might move on to somebody who's not as career orientated and then complain that the person they've moved on to doesn't provide them with anything. There's no pleasing a narcissist. Whatever they have, they're not happy within themselves. So they're always seeking more. They have so many unreasonable demands of those around them, yet they are some of the most unreasonable people that you could ever meet. The new supply says absolutely nothing about who you are as a person and everything about who the narcissist is as a person, and their complete disregard for who people are, their complete lack of empathy to get to know people for who they are, because a narcissist is more interested in what that person can provide for the narcissist than ever thinking about that person and who they are. A narcissist is all about themselves. So the new supply is usually the complete opposite to you, because the narcissist wasn't getting what they wanted from you and they believe they can get it from the new. Yet with most narcissistic people, the new will not work out for them and then they'll move on to somebody new. With narcissistic people, it's a repeat pattern of behaviour with these people. Not all narcissistic people cheat. However, those who do, it's a repeat pattern of behaviour. If they went ahead and moved in with a neighbour on an ex, they're more likely to go ahead and move in with a neighbour on you, and again and again and again, because that's what they believe works for them. And it doesn't work for them because they never get to hold down that genuine relationship, because they're constantly using and abusing people to get their needs met by people. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers, and your continued support with the channel is greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour, to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, and to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. I do also have a couple of books out on Amazon: 15 Rules to Deal with Narcissistic People if you cannot go no contact, and a Narcissists Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.